Have you ever prayed for something and it didn't happen? You waited. You cried. You did everything right. Yet God stayed silent. But what if that silence wasn't rejection? It was preparation. This is the story of a man who thought God forgot him, until he realized the delay was the blessing itself. A man named Daniel had lost everything. His job, his confidence, even his belief that life would ever be good again. He was once full of faith, but after losing his father and his job in the same month, Daniel felt like God had abandoned him. Every morning he'd sit by the window, looking up, whispering, "God, are you still there?" Days turned to weeks. Weeks turned to months. No answers. No signs. Just silence. His friends told him to move on. Stop praying, man. God's not listening. But something inside him refused to quit. Even with a broken heart, Daniel said one small prayer every night. "If you're still with me, give me strength to hold on just one more day." One morning, Daniel got a job offer, but it was tiny. Low pay. Long hours. Nothing like what he dreamed of. He didn't want it. But something whispered inside, "Take it." So he did. He started working quietly, showing up early, staying late. People laughed at him. "You used to work in an office, now you're stacking boxes." But Daniel smiled and said, "Maybe this is part of the plan." Months later, he helped an elderly man who fell at the workplace. That act of kindness changed everything, because that old man was the owner's father. A few weeks later, Daniel was promoted. A year later, he was running the whole branch. And one day, the same old man told him something that brought Daniel to tears. "When I saw how you helped me that day, I knew you were the one God sent here." Daniel sat in his office one evening, staring at the sunset. He whispered, "All those nights I thought God was silent. He was working behind the scenes." Sometimes God delays blessings not to punish us, but to prepare us. If Daniel had received what he wanted earlier, he wouldn't have learned patience, humility, and faith. He realized God didn't forget him. He was building him. Maybe right now, you're in your waiting season. You're praying for that job, that healing, that peace, and it feels like nothing's happening. But remember this, God's silence doesn't mean absence. He might be waiting for you to grow into the person who can handle the blessing. Hold on. Keep your faith. Because when the time is right, what's meant for you will never miss you. And when it comes, you'll look back and say, "Now I understand why it took so long."